Well, today we got to do some bark boiling, but the fire pit is soaked. As you can see, it's pretty damp. Been having heavy rain for the last 4 days, maybe 5 days, and because of that, we want to show you one of my preference of fire lays. We've shown the log cabin, the long log fire, the teepee fire, the hunter's fire. This one is a little bit of a, well, Goldilocks fire. It's the happy medium between a log cabin fire's stability and a teepee fire's heat. So what we have here is split up kindling. This is all white cedar, Thuja occidentalis, arbor vitae, whatever you want to call it. We got it split. The main reason we split it is it's easy to split and it's dry and it's what we got available, and it's also a softwood, which means it's going to burn pretty readily. We've got certain sizes. We got big pieces. I'm going to take this big piece and put it right here. I'm going to get some shorter chunks that are a little thicker, like these guys, that guy, this guy, that guy, and that guy. That's going to be our platform, and this is what makes it good for wet weather. Almost all fire lays put platform down. It's just going to keep you off that cold, wet ground. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put them in perpendicular to that larger piece of wood. And this is all just kindling. This is all just split wood. You can do it with twigs you find on the ground. In wet weather, take it off branches around trees. Don't take it off the ground. And this is my basic build. Now I can take birch bark that I have picked off of a dead log, split it down, fray it up, whatever I want to do. Just process it so it's going to be more readily burnable, or more reliable for fire lighting. More surface area means the more air mixed into the fuel, the better it's going to burn in the long run. Taking the time to process your finer kindling is the difference between success and failure. So, going along, that's pretty good actually. There's a good little pile there to start off with. Roll it up into a rough ball just so it all kind of stays together, like that. Break down some more. Wind's picking up today. That's pretty good. And this bigger chunk, I'm just going to split it rough. I'm not going to break it down as fine as the other pieces because we got a good amount of small chunks. That should be good enough. And that little guy. Let's peel that wet bark off. And now we start to lay down our sticks. Now there's different ways you can do this. Some people will lay them all down perfectly in unison, parallel to each other, like this. And this is called the classic lean-to fire. Just stacking it all together like that. And that actually is a pretty good base, because then when I take thicker sticks and want to make, like, let's say I want to make a long log fire out of this, I can put them on top and it's not going to crush my birch bark or my pine needles or whatever I'm using to start the fire off. What I prefer to do though is crisscross them like that. The reason for this is their focused heat right here, right above the birch bark. Also, more access to put flame in there. So if I have a lighter or a ferro rod, I can get in any way I can. The other reason for this is the fact that now that I have a crisscross lay, I have stability every direction. If I want to put down a heavy piece of wood here, it's not going to crush it. If I want to put it here, it's not going to crush it. It might knock a stick around, but it's not going to crush it. If I want to put one here, if I want to just start making a big pile of kindling almost immediately, I can do that. There's stability every which direction. Does it have to be split wood? No. You can use twigs. Twig bundles are one of my favorite ways to light fires, especially in wet weather. But mostly in conifer forests. We're kind of in a mixed hardwood forest here, and because of that, I'm going to work with split wood. I have a lot of it around, a lot of hardwood around, and it's available. So, that's one way. I could feather all these and make this even more effective. If I don't have birch bark, I can feather this stuff and it should be enough to light the whole thing. but crisscross. Make sure there's a little bit of air gaps in between. Make sure there's room for the flames to move. You don't want it packed in really tight. You want it to be spread out enough. And is this a main fire, like a cook fire or a warming drying fire? No, no, this is not what that is at all. This is a ignition fire. This is how we start our fires. From that, I can start building up a teepee, or putting down another piece of wood on this side and have a long log fire and build that up. Or I can put more wood on top of those 2 logs and start making a log cabin fire. It all comes down to what I need at that time. But when it comes down to ignition, outside of a teepee fire or a log cabin fire, I almost always go to the lean-to fire, which is this right here. Now if I take my lighter out of my pocket, lean forward, you can see because of the wind, there we go. I just again adjust my sticks over top of the flames, and we're good to go. What do I do now? Well, most times you gotta wait for the flames to start dancing up real high and tell you that the fire's ready. But because this is a lean-to fire, it's all nice and stable, I can start putting bigger pieces on almost immediately. This means I can get to having a nice fire faster. Started off with cedar, now I'm working with split white ash. The real secret to making a lean-to fire work though is this bracing log. This first log we put down should either be perpendicular to the wind and have all the fuel on the windward side, not the leeward, or it should be parallel. You want to make sure that air can get in there like it is right now. You see how the smoke's going over here? That's because the wind is coming from over here and pushing through. If this log was here, it would block the wind for a little while. It's still light, but this is more successful faster. So that is the lean-to fire. I'm going to lean back a bit so I don't get too badly scorched. And the beauty of this is, you can see, look how fast that fire went up. It's very effective. We've had rain for 4 days here. The sun's only been out for about an hour and a half now, so it's not been the best weather to be lighting fire, and yet we've had very, very good success. This is the Fire Making Friday series. Hoping you're enjoying these videos. I'm not the only one making these videos, by the way. My good buddy, John Campbell from Arizona Bushman, he is also doing Fire Making Friday videos. So far with hand drills and different cook stoves that he likes to use. John and I have been friends since probably 2005, 2006, around there. Actually, the first guy I ever subscribed to on YouTube was John. His knowledge is phenomenal, so if you don't have him on your lists, I recommend going over and checking out his videos. And check out his videos. I'm going to put the description, his link in the description box below. You can check that out. And we're going to enjoy this fire and start making some bark boil.